Hi guys, we are here with another broadcast of Tidewater Summer League Archives, TSL Archives for short. I'm here with my good friend today. Can you tell us what is your name, how old are you, and where you're from?
My name is Parker Burch. I'm 20 years old. I'm from Madison, Wisconsin. Did some time in Indianapolis too, but yeah, from Wisconsin.
And what's your favorite pro baseball team, Parker?
I've been a Chicago Cubs fan since I was like 5 months old. Like I'm not a bandwagon. Like I've always had to stay with the Cubs, bro. That's just the way to go. Blue and red, like that's my team.
It's like the Shredders at the Flyers.
Exactly. Like we got the best jerseys. Cubs got the best jerseys. Like it's simple as that. I don't know. I just love it. I love the atmosphere. I love the stadium. I like going to Chicago. I don't know. It's just been always my team.
And what made you become a Cubs fan?
Honestly, when I was living in Indianapolis, there's obviously just no professional team, so you get to pick Cardinals, Cubs, Reds, or whatever. My pops was a Cubs fan, so I just followed his steps. Really, just wanted to be like him, just like the Cubs. I thought they were cool. Sammy Sosa was really coming up when I was younger, so he was the man, and I just liked him.
Yeah, and your dad helping you and a good player as well, and
right.
You're the city of Chicago as well, so a couple of big factors that led you to be a Cubs fan.
Yes, sir.
Must have been pretty happy when the World Series.
Oh my God, man! I almost cried. I genuinely did. I had my phone out the whole time. I was filming everything. I was like, "Mom, like." It was lit. I loved it. It was amazing. It was something else. Like even if you're just a sports fan, I feel like you gotta appreciate that. It was the longest streak ever, and it was something to see.
Yeah. Personally, I was like just taught my friend like 1 a.m. like just like trying to like this
like well because like the Indians were so competitive with it too. I mean that homer in the eighth off Chapman, it was just like you could make a movie out of it.
That game was crazy.
It's got to be one of the top World Series like ever, bro. It has to be.
Especially the Cubbies and the Indians both
right.
Kind of winning so long.
Exactly.
Yeah. So what's your relationship with Tidewater Summer League?
I'm a player. I play catcher and third, a little outfield for the Virginia Beach Shredders. My man Sam Smith on the Legends hooked me up with the league, and from there it was sweet. I don't know. I just wanted to come out here play some ball against top level competition this summer, and that was pretty much it. Really, that's just I don't know. That's pretty much it.
So I'm guessing since you play in this league, you're a college baseball player.
Yes, sir.
What college?
I go to Kishwaukee College out in Malta, Illinois. Go Cougs. Those are my boys down there. We had an off year this year, but we're gonna bounce back. We're competitors. I think we got a right group of guys now that got some outs, got some in. So, I'm excited to go back. And I made a lot of friends there, and it gives you a place to really work hard. I feel like when you're in a 2-year school, you just get an opportunity to really be on yourself. So the sky's the limit for anyone. It's just how much time you want to put in, how much commitment you want to put in, just stuff like that. So I think it's a great fit for me. It's not too far from home. It's a little over 2 hours from Madison. So, I like it. It's cold, but, uniforms are sweet. So I like it.
Yeah, good trade-off.
Yeah, exactly.
Also cool. So is Kishwaukee a D1 school?
It's a Division I junior college school. We play in Region 4. We'll play against Madison College, Kankakee, like big-time junior colleges around that area, and it's really good competition. So we're going to have to step up if we want to be one of the big dogs this year, but, yeah.
I like what you said, though, how, like, it's 2-year school JUCO, so you got 2 years to show off your talent.
Because coming out of high school, I was a little upset having to go to a 2-year school. I wanted to go to a Division I program or a high NAIA or D2. I wanted to go to a 4-year school like all my friends were, but JUCO is something you should never look down on. It's 2 years to rebuild and really boost yourself up. The jump I made from senior year of high school after my freshman year is just ridiculous, and that's because of junior college. You get 30-something games in the fall. You get 60, 50 games in the spring. So, it's just the only thing to do in junior college is baseball. So you better not waste your time. You better stay focused. Just get to it. Just blow up. Happens all the time. You guys... you saw in the draft just a few weeks ago, multiple kids that we even played against got drafted.
Wow.
So, you just stay focused on you. It doesn't matter what school you're going to. If you stay focused on you and get your goals, you should be straight.
Yeah, JUCO's perfect for that.
Yeah.
You in and out.
School-wise, too, I come out of high school not with the best grades in the world. I couldn't get to the top tier, 4-year schools that you would want to be in. And you can work on your grades while you're at it, too. And there's no distractions, really. Unless you bring them upon yourself, but there's nothing to do. most community colleges are out in the communities where it's just rural areas and not too much to do. You should come there, get your work in, get out. And then you can have there'll always be time for fun. You know what I mean? You're going to have your weekends off. You're going to be done by school by like about 2 or whatever. So, there's stuff to do. But if you just stay focused, make sure that every day you did something to improve, then the sky's the limit.
Have you translated that focus to here? Like, is it kind of like a similar setup?
Yeah, it kind of is. So, staying at these dorms at Virginia Wesleyan, obviously, like, being 17 hours away from home, like, I don't know anyone down here, minus the cats coming around here. So, the only thing to do down here really is baseball. I mean, you got the beach only a few miles away. You got shopping. There's all the food. And like I said, there's going to be time for that. And there's going to be a lot of time for that because you just wake up and you go hit, you go lift, you can do whatever. I think Virginia Wesleyan really, really plugs us with all the stuff that they let us and allow us to do. All the stuff they give us, weight room, basketball courts, pool. So, yeah, I mean, it is kind of the same down here. You wake up, go to the field a couple hours early, get some work in, and then by the time the game's over, you have the rest of the day to, go downtown, go to the beach, go to anywhere to go get some food and just relax. Because it is summer vacation, you know what I mean? We all came off our school year, like, school was stressful, baseball was stressful, so coming down here, the stress, like, definitely comes off. And I'm not saying it's not competitive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're all competitors. We all want to work and win, and you want to hit bombs and homers and all that. But at the end of the day, you just gotta make sure you get your work in. I was telling Nilu, you gotta focus more on hard hit balls versus like hits and homers and stuff like that. It's just summer ball. You're not gonna have all the stats. Like no one's gonna remember. You just gotta work on yourself. That way, when you come back for fall ball coming in a month or so, you can just get straight to it.
Yeah, if you keep hitting the ball hard, it'll land and you'll get some extra base hits and all that stuff.
Yeah, for sure. And then, you get back to fall ball and spring ball and you're going to use an aluminum bat. So I think this wood bat I think the wood bat part of it is amazing. I love it. I like to use a wood bat. And then once we get to the spring, that's when you bring out the aluminum bat. You feel strong. You feel quicker. The sweet spot's way bigger on aluminum bat. You can get away with a lot of stuff with aluminum bat. But with a wood bat, that's a man's bat. You know what I mean? You're not going to get any cheap shots like that. You're not going to get jammed and hit a homer. Like, you got to really work on hitting the sweet spot. So that's what I like. Like, I'm going to try to get hits hitting off the sweet spot. And then when I use aluminum bat, if I'm hitting the same spot, that ball is just...
It just takes off.
Yeah. It's just, I don't know. It's a developmental part, for sure. I see guys getting too stressed and too into summer ball, and you got to focus. You know what I mean? You got to make sure you're focusing on you. You can't look at your stats and be like, I suck now. Or, you know what I mean? You just got to work on, it's summer ball. You got to work. You're getting stronger. We're all getting bigger, faster, all that. So get your hacks in for sure. But, if you're not going 4 for 4 every game like you were in the spring, like, I don't think that should lower your confidence at all. Just hit the ball hard, keep swinging. Hey, that's another thing. Like, you just keep swinging. Don't try to, for me personally, like, I'm not, like, out here working counts, trying to get a walk, like, you know what I mean? I'm trying to get my hacks in, try to, outside pitches take the other way, inside pitches turn on, like, it's just simple stuff like that. It's like spring training, but we're in summer, and, yeah.
It's not, like, it definitely counts, like, it's definitely competitive, like you said, but, like, the real deal is, like, the fall and spring season.
When you're playing for your college, that's the real deal, especially for me at a 2-year school, because I'm trying to transfer out, go to the biggest school I can. I'm not going to stress and waste my time being upset with myself. I didn't go yard today.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, just work on yourself. It's good. So why did you choose to go to Tidewater Summer Bliss? It was because of your friend Sam Smith,
Yeah,
right?
Sam Smith. We've known each other for over a decade, but we played high school ball. We played some travel ball. And, obviously, he's one of my best friends, so I kept in touch with him all throughout the spring. When we both head back to Madison after our school year, I was like, hey, man, like, what are you doing for summer ball? Because I had a few options, but then they started going down out of nowhere, like, host families. That's what I really recommend about this league, is that you don't need a host family. They got you. Like, Virginia Wesleyan University is going to be your host family. But, I hit Sam up. We were literally hitting off a tee one night right before. We were about to go out but before we had to make sure we hit off the tee. So just the cage right now, and we live right next to each other, and I was just like, hey man, like, what are you doing? And he's like, I'm going out to Virginia Beach, Virginia. I was like, that sounds fun. Like, I'm gonna check into it. Literally later that night, I emailed Dooley, and I was in.
That's history.
I was really late signing up, like real late. So I was really nervous I wasn't going to be able to get in. I was going to find somewhere else to play, like Chicago area, maybe Indiana, Missouri area.
Mm-hmm.
But he hit me up right away, said that he's got a spot for me, and it was set in stone.
That's great. And when you think about it, you're probably not the latest person to sign. We have people still coming in like this weekend.
Exactly. You know, you got dudes going to different leagues. You got them going to lower leagues, higher leagues. You know, guys are always on the move. And that's another thing. Like, you can come to this league and then you can pop off and go to the North Woods League, you can go to the Cape Cod League. You know, really get some MLB scout looks.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this one is definitely more, I think, for younger college guys and you developmental, but the opportunities that this place brings is just ridiculous. With the connections, all coaches, you know, all coaches in this league are your coach. You know what I mean? We're all on the same campus. It's not like that. Like you just build relationships, and that's when you build connections, and you get to be around a bunch of guys, and you just get to see how, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. Like you just, I don't know, man. A lot of connections. This place is great.
Yeah, like I guess one connection maybe for you could be your head coach right there at Powell.
Yes, love that man. I love Coach Powell.
He worked with the pro team, right?
Yeah, he was a scout for. I mean, that man's story is crazy, bro. He went to Vietnam. He went to scout. He coached some high school ball. I mean, he played in the minors too.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, his son played in the majors. His other son played football or something like that. Like Coach Powell, he's the man. Like, I genuinely look up to him. I got his number, and I told him I'm going to keep it forever. I'm going to talk to him. I'm going to ask him for recommendations when the recruiting process fires up this fall. Like, he's a God's man. I like it. We even say a prayer before every single game, and that's just something that hypes me up, too. I don't know. I'd do anything for Coach Powell because I know he'd do the same for me. And that's how a coach and player relationship should work. I always think the player and the coaches should be like friends. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you respect him. He's your coach. You do whatever he says, but you know the coach should go the same way. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like he should be on your side. Yeah, and his famous line, and this is what really kept me because it was the first day of practice, and I'm out from Wisconsin. We got kids from Georgia, Florida, you know, Vermont, the East Coast kids, and no one minus Sam, like you know, is from the north like that. So I was just like trying to soak in everything. And he said the first thing that he said to all of us was that I don't work for you. Or no. He said, you don't work for me. I work for you. I'm the coach. And I was just like, yes, like perfect. Like he really wants like all of his players to do the best that they can. And that's just how college like coaches should be, man. I mean, he's a JUCO coach too. And then I bet he's got a bunch of kids coming down to his school that aren't from the area. And what I was like telling my college coaches, like, we see our college coaches more than we see our own fathers or big brothers or like people that we looked up to our whole lives. So coaches in college play a really big role on you. And you know, a lot of times there's coaches that like to crack the whip, and there's a lot of coaches that you know just don't want to make a relationship. And Coach Powell's not one of those guys. Coach Powell's one of those guys that, you know, will want to toss the football with me on the beach, but throw me front toss 2 hours before to make sure I get my work in. And yeah, I said, he give me any recommendations. He's a people guy, and I love him for that.
Yeah, I love that comment. Like, he'll work for you. Like, he's here for you. He's here to help you get better as long as you put in the work.
Yeah, exactly. Like, if you respect him, he will go so above and beyond for anyone. And I think that's crazy because I just met him like 4 or 5 weeks ago, and you know he texts me all the time. We talk whenever we go get food or lunch at the lunchroom for their meal plans. Like you know, I'm sitting with him. And he's just an interesting guy to talk to.
Yeah,
he has countless stories. Like he's just a guy. I love him.
That sounds like a great man.
Yeah.
So, what does a normal day look for you here at Tidewater Summer League?
So like I said, Sam Smith is my buddy here. We work out, so approximately about 9 a.m. You know, sometimes if we don't have a game till later, like we'll push back till 10. But we always try to make sure that before we eat breakfast, we go to that cage right there and do our bat velo workouts. You know, weighted bats, light bats, just off the tee, get some front tosses, and just really make sure just every single day you really feel your swing, but you really want to feel it get faster, get it stronger, more. Just every day polish up. At this point, it's not about like changing stuff up. It's not about learning the secret way to hit homers or whatnot. It's just about polishing up. Just getting clean, making sure you're with that like every day. Just getting stronger too. So wake up, I go hit with Sam, and then him and I always go walk to the lunchroom, go get some breakfast, and then we might split ways for a sec. We might go shower.
Yeah.
We'll call each other up, and then usually like if it's a game day, like I always make sure if it's a 1 p.m. game, I'm eating lunch at 11 on the dot. If it's a 4 o'clock game, I'm eating lunch at 2 on the dot. That way, I have a full stomach for the whole 9-inning games because I could be in the bullpen, I could be playing, you know what I mean? Not really like easy access to food at that point, so I'm trying to get full. But if there's no off day, if there is an off day, like I might sleep in a little after hitting. You know what I mean? Just get a nap in, eat around 12 or 1, and then just hang out with the guys here. I've made some really good, nice friends down here in a short period of time too. So, I got their Snapchats. I told them this is not the last time you're gonna see me. So, yeah, but honestly, if it's a game day, obviously you go to the game. For the shredders, we get there about an hour or 15 minutes early. But after that, man, I just take a shower and I go see who wants to go downtown, who wants to go to the beach, like whoever just wants to let some fun loose. Like, I don't know. I'm 20, so I'm down on the beach. I'm loving it. And that's another thing Coach Powell said. Make sure that you're here for a reason. And he said he won't blame you if you're just here down for vacation, but he says it's always better to get your work in than go vacation. So, once the day's over, there's a bunch of places downtown that you can go have fun with, meet people. There's a lot of unique people down here, and it's pretty cool. I don't know. After game days, like I don't know. I like to go out, just have fun, eat some food. I'm gonna be starving after games, and I don't want any McDonald's or Burger King or anything like that. So I don't know.
Hey, you work hard all day, and then afterwards you just blow off some steam with your buddies, and so you call it a day. You do it again tomorrow.
Exactly. Every single day is the same. So that can get a little tiring after a while. But then you find there's so much stuff to do down here. You switch it up. You find you go find new places to shop at. You find new restaurants, there's places to take pictures and whatnot. Like there's like countless things to do down here.
Hey, you never really get bored.
Yeah, you don't. Every day's new. And the thing I love about it is like I don't remember the last time it was lower than 84 degrees. Like even at night. That's the thing I don't like. Cause sleeping, it's hot as all hell in my room. But
even with the AC on.
No, I don't have AC in my room, bro.
I can show you because my roommate Devin told me how to turn it on.
Please do.
Yeah, I'll show you afterwards.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, you got it. I'm gonna change your life with that.
Yeah, please, bro. I'm burning up. You wake up at like 9 a.m. to go get some breakfast, and it's already like 91 degrees.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was gonna get hot like that down here. I'm used to the hot, but it's like a muggy hot down here.
Yeah,
start sweating. And I got tan though, some gnarly tan lines, but the weather's great. I like it.
It's always good to be warm as an athlete.
Yeah, heck yeah, bro. Like, you gotta keep the legs loose. You're playing every single day, like 7 out of 7, bro. Like, you gotta stay loose. You're gonna get sore no matter what. But I swear, the heat just makes you feel a little less worse. Like, you feel looser. And then, when the game's over, you slap the jeans on and stuff, like, yeah, they really start to tighten up. You feel stiff all day, but that's just baseball. I mean, we're in college now, man. JUCO that's no different. Like, you're gonna be playing all the time, at all times nowadays, so.
You sore every day.
Yeah. Make sure you drink water, stretch out, I've been stretching before I go to bed, dude.
That's smart.
It's a new thing. I was like, I can't even touch my toes. So maybe I should start stretching. Because, I catch. Like, dude, I gotta be flexible and stuff like that. I'm gonna really get hurt, so.
Yeah. That's smart.
Yeah.
That's really smart. Especially when your muscles like relax when you sleep too.
Yeah. I don't know.
So, bit of a different question, but how did you get into baseball?
My whole family on my dad's side is just like ridiculous. Like they've just all been big time like Division I baseball players. They played at Southern Illinois,
Wow.
Ohio. My cousin just finished at Ohio. Yeah, I mean my family's a baseball family. Simple as that, really. I mean, I might not even have liked baseball, but I still probably would have played it. Ended up not being the case. I love this. This is literally what I like do live for. But I just my uncle, granddad, dad, cousins, like other uncles, like everyone played baseball. I mean, that's just I don't know, man. It was just our family thing. I mean, I played football too. I love football, but baseball was just the way to go in the Burch family. So I don't know. It was exposed to me from the get go. My first Cubs game, I was like 5 months. So told you it wasn't bandwagoning. But yeah, it's just my family's a baseball family. You come to my house, you're gonna see bats in the garage. You're gonna see posters on the walls. You're gonna see all of that. Like it's just a baseball family, and I love it.
You got a family legacy on it. That's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, my little brother's playing. He's in high school playing baseball too. Big time dude. I'm trying to get big like him. He's 3 years younger than me, and he's like an inch shorter, but he's just like,
He's yoked.
yeah, he's a big time dude. Watch out for Conley Burch. That's my boy, bro.
Watch out for Parker Burch too.
Yeah, don't play with me. For real. But yeah, nah, dude, my whole family's just baseball. I mean, even my mom loved it. Like, my mom was like a cheerleader, like volleyball kind of girl back in high school. And now she's telling me, like, hey, keep your hands inside. And like, hey, hustle that out. Like, she gets on me. So,
It's a good baseball mom.
yeah, no. My mom is Hall of Fame baseball mom. Team mom, like, 12 years running. Like, she's legit. She's legit. My dad's a coach. He's legit. My mom's a team mom. Super big supporter, like, when she comes to these games, man, you're going to hear her screaming number 9. You're going to hear her screaming my name. And she doesn't even care that she doesn't know anyone down here. Like, I love her. My
Perfect
mom,
setup.
yeah, I do. I really do. I love my family. I love my parents. Like, they provided me to come down here. You know what I mean? I'm playing baseball. I don't have a time to get a job. I don't have time to, like, pay for stuff. And my parents, like, they really, like, believe in me. Like, they see the work that I put in, and they see how serious I take this and how I hold myself. And, they went through it all, too, with my dad and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm just another Burch, like, just doing the same thing. And they don't have to do that. You know what I mean? Like, my dad's the one busting at the job, and same with my mom. And they provide so much for me, and they really, like, just teach me. They just teach me the way I should hold myself, I mean, I don't know. I've been trying to mature a lot this year. I think coming out of high school, there was a huge level. There was a huge step of maturity I had to take.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if I took that big one. Every day I'm working on it. But as I'm getting older, stuff's becoming more clear to me. And, I really start to see, like, how family works. And family should always be number one priority. Does not matter. You know what I mean? Like, if you got a girl calling you saying, pick me up at 8, but your little brother has baseball practice and it's done at 8, you got to go pick up your little brother. Like, family always comes first because family will never leave. That's a fact. I fought my little brother before. Like, I mean, I've gotten in arguments with my parents before, but 30 minutes later, it's the same thing. You know what I mean? It's family. So,
yeah, at the end of the day, they're still family. They're still with you.
And my parents have always had my back. Always. So, I have to love them. That's why, honestly, that's motivation.
Mm-hmm.
Just to keep trying to see how far I can really take this baseball thing. You know what I mean? They're going to keep providing me to come to a league like this, and, I'm going to school and just all kinds of things. I mean, even just simple things like, cleats.
Yeah.
I don't need to have multiple pairs of cleats, but, they know it's fun, and just, they understand. That's the thing that, like, I really, really appreciate with my parents, is, like, they understand. Not everyone has that, and I'm just very thankful, and I thank God for it all the time. Like, I have amazing parents.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You guys have a great relationship. Like, they provide you with a lot, and that's amazing. But you're also very grateful for it. A lot of people aren't grateful for what they have.
Yeah.
It's amazing that you are.
If I ever act spoiled, man, it get taken away in an instant.
Mm-hmm.
I've had my car taken away. I've had, when I was younger, they'd take my phone away. Like, they made sure, like, we're gonna give this to you, but it's not for you. You know what I mean? Like, this is me giving it to you.
It's an investment.
It's an investment. That's exactly what. That's exactly what it is, bro. And I take that serious. I don't want to be the bum kid that like wastes all my parents' money and be a baseball coach. Like I gotta do this for real. Like I gotta, you know what I mean? I gotta really keep making jumps. Like I said, senior year to freshman year, I had a great freshman year in college. Great, hit 350 around.
Wow.
I had a great year because I stayed focused. I really realized like if you don't take it serious, your baseball days could be done at the end of the season and the next season. Like yeah, you get 4 years of college, but you don't know where you're going. And I didn't feel like not playing baseball for only 2-3 more years. So I just every day, man, every day you gotta do something. I mean, it doesn't even have weightlifting counts. Running counts.
I keep a video, anything.
Anything, man. Just studying counts. You know what I mean? Like going over tendencies, watching videos of what you were doing in the previous at bats. Like you got to make sure that you make a somewhat. You got to move. I mean, if you're here yesterday, you got to make sure you're here today and there tomorrow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As simple as that. And honestly, like if you do that just every day, like it's just natural. You're gonna become a better baseball player. Baseball is a sport where if you put in the work, anyone in the whole world can be good. Prince Fielder, I mean, huge. You will look at Prince Fielder walking down the street and you think, oh, he does eat cheeseburgers for like a living. You know what I mean? But he's out here, almost potentially Hall of Famer. Jose Altuve, like how tall is he? Like,
5'6". Yeah.
I mean, what? I got like a whole half a foot on him, and he hits a ball probably about 200 feet farther than I can hit a ball. I mean, that's just ridiculous. So if I get to, like his strength, I mean, I should hit balls just as hard, just as far. So, it's just, you got to make sure that when you're playing college baseball, you got to make sure you're doing it for real. You got to make sure you're doing it for the baseball part, not for the free clothes you get, not for the cool pictures and Instagram and, the retweets and all that. Like, you got to do it for real because if you don't, then what's the point? What's the point of seeing your baseball at bat? You know what I mean? Like I want to play in the top level of competition because I feel like that's where I should be at, and that's what you got to strive for. If you're not striving for that, then what you doing? You're playing baseball for fun, which is awesome. You know what I mean? Like that's awesome, but that's not what we're doing down in the TSL. That's not what we're doing at our school and junior college. Like you know what I mean? Yeah. That's for later. So
everyone's just trying to chase that dream, get a little bit better.
Exactly. Until that comes to an end, which will always happen, and then that's when you can start having more fun. Bullshit around in the field, play positions you don't usually play and stuff like that. But I don't know, man.
Yeah, I hear you. A lot of motivation.
There's a lot of motivation. I mean, the higher you go, the more fun you're having anyways. You know what I mean? More next break, more people look. It's exposure that I love. I don't know.
No, I hear you.
I was built to do this, man. Like, I don't know.
Sounds like
my thing.
So, what's your background with baseball? What are some of your accomplishments with baseball? Essentially, just brag about yourself a bit. Seem pretty good at that already.
A little bit. I don't know.
Brag about yourself in baseball.
Like I said, I had a great freshman year. I started every single game that our college had. And as a freshman, not too many freshmen can say that. And not only did I get to do that, I mean, I hit in the 3 spot. I mean, I was catching, playing third base. Like, I was in a really big role from the get-go. And I thought that I lived up to it. And that was the jump I was talking about. That's being mature. That's making sure that, like, if you go over, like, keep it even head, you know what I mean? Because, like, in high school, I didn't do that. I'd get out once, and then I'd be done for the game. You know what I mean? I'm mad about it. And it's just a maturity level I think really helped me succeed. Our college coaches, they taught me they made me do a lot of adjustments. That's what I was talking about earlier. You polish. You don't change. You polish. So they were just doing little things here, little things there, and just really adjusting. And then you get into college baseball, and then I don't know. My first 14 games in college, I had a hit. I started off my college career on a 14-game hit streak. Now, it should have been like 21 because there was one game in between, and then I went on another eight-game streak. And that was the thing, bro. Like that one game, I didn't get any hits. Like I hit balls harder than I was getting hits on. You know what I mean? Because I haven't hit a streak like that. Like you gotta get some cheap hits. You gotta get. You know what I mean? And in that game, I was barreling up everything. I was turning on balls, and they're just adding balls just right at me. that was the thing, you know what I mean? Like, I wasn't being immature, like, oh, man, my hit streak's over. Like, you just got to bounce back and go try to win another game. And I think what helped me is, like, when you focus on winning the game, that's when you start doing better. You know what I mean? You got to quit worrying about the batting average. You got to quit worrying about homers and all that. So once you get into that, you start to focus. That's all I really got to talk about. I mean, I don't know. I had some showcases when I was in high school. But, man, what's up, guys? But, yeah, mine's that. I mean, yeah, that's pretty much it, bro.
Yeah, I mean, definitely someone to put you in a big role, making you catch every day, putting you in the 3-hole, but you stepped up to it.
Yeah,
I loved it.
I loved it. I wanted that. I mean, I'm playing against a bunch of kids that I know in JUCO, and I wanted them to respect me as a baseball player. He's coming out of high school, I feel like they didn't. They're like, oh, he's going to junior college, you know. And then, I mean, historically, Kishwaukee is a very good junior college. You know, national champs before,
wow.
Conference champions, like, they always do it. But, you know, we're going to bounce back this year. But going to that school, because Madison College, I mean, they go to the World Series, it seems about, like, every year. And being from Madison, you would think, like, oh, why doesn't he go there? But I just didn't think a place like that, like being back at home, living at home, I don't think I would have made that maturity step. You know what I mean? And there's still so much to go on. I still got to mature and learn. But, you know, I mean, I'm only 20. I just turned 20. Just finished my freshman year. And I think going to a place like Kishwaukee where I didn't know anyone, you know, I had to go out and make relationships. I had to go out and make friends. You know, I was the only kid from the state of Wisconsin in that school. And with that, I really just let it loose. You know, I just showed who I am. You know what I mean? I was me. I wasn't trying to be anyone else. I wasn't trying to lose focus. I was being who I always knew to be, and just everything ended up working out great.
Yeah, definitely sounds like it. So, what do you like about Tidewater Summer League, and what can be improved about it?
What I like is just the area that we're in. It gives you like exposure to a lot of guys. You know, like I said, finishing my freshman year in college. You know, I'm maturing. I'm trying to see how like Division I baseball players carry themselves, and with all the D1 guys down here, like you really do get to see like how they go about their business, as in a whole player and person. Because college sports is obviously more than just hitting homers on the field. Like it's a way of making sure that you wake up for morning workouts. It's a way of going to class and getting the grades you need in that class. It's about like stuff like that. And coming down here, you know, you're all in dorms, and every hall is a new team, but you get to merge, and you know what I mean? And you really get to see how guys hold themselves. And that's what I look up to be. You know what I mean? That's my goal. I want to be the top player. I want to get drafted. I want to go to Division I and all that. Like, who doesn't? That's every junior college is like hopes, right? So I think I got to take a lot away from players being down here, just seeing how they handle their business, and it's not even really about like how they swing a bat or how they throw a ball. It's really just how they got their shoulders back. You know, how they wake up, make sure they're getting meals in, make sure that there's proper sleep, and just, you know, you can't be running throughout the whole like night, wake up and expect to do good. You'll never see guys like that. You know what I mean? You'll see them have fun. You'll see them be loose. You'll see them have all kinds of stuff. You know what I mean? It's not like they're lame or anything. It's just they're focused, and that's just the thing about it. And you know, like I said, like the beach is right there, so I got to get tan. You know, the weather's great. I mean, it's a little muggy. 91 right now, I think.
Yeah.
It's something gross, but I'll always take 91 versus 46, bro. Anytime.
Heck yeah.
So that's what I like about it. And, you know, get to play every day. You know, if you go 0 for 4 one game, you know, wake up the next day and, ooh, shit.
It's gone.
That's the thing I don't like about here. The bugs are this big, all of them. It doesn't matter what brand of bug, bro. It is all huge. I've never seen something like it down here, dude. But yeah, dude, there's a lot of upsides to this league. They give you food, they give you a place to sleep. There's a beach 10 minutes away. There's shopping 2 minutes away. Great weather. And then, like I said, there's the guys in this league. Because most guys, I don't think, just finished their freshman year. I do think I'm one of the younger guys in this league. And yeah, I mean, you really get to look up to people, and then, like they said, like after this league, you go on to more leagues. It's just a great place to be. something they can improve on. I mean, I like my Philly cheesesteak sandwiches a little more juicy, a little more meat. But minus that, I like the fields. I genuinely do like the fields that we play at. They're cool, they're neat. I've never been here, so it's sweet. I don't know. That's pretty much it, but I don't have any gripes. I mean, I've just been down here for 5 weeks getting work in. They let you get as much work in as that you need. Mm-hmm. You can really burn yourself out down here if you want.
Yeah. Some people kind of overwork themselves a bit.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they even got a sauna. I've been there. I've been to the pool, weight room, basketball. There's anything you like. If you're bored, man, you can find anything in the world to do. Mm-hmm. Just on campus too. So
yeah.
And the fact that they let us have all facilities down here, that's really appreciated, and I think that's really cool.
Yeah, saw some of our buddies just hitting the cage this morning too.
Exactly. Getting working. I bet they're about to go get food right now and go have an off day or something if they're not playing today. So.
Yeah. Just work a little bit each day, focus, and then blow off some steam when you get that working.
Yeah.
It's all about it. So last main question. You mentioned earlier that Sam Smith helped you find out about Tidewater Summer League.
Yeah.
So do you think my question is, how can we do a better job about making people more interested in TSL baseball? So I guess having people to tell about this league, telling your friends at college, telling your buddies that used to play baseball with, do you think that would help grow this league?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that this league wants to be one of the top summer college leagues, in the country, and it's definitely up there. It's definitely a top tier one. You get people to come out to games, you get the news to come out, you get TV and all that. But I think really that TSL wants to be bigger. I think they should go after people instead. Mm-hmm. They should invite kids come here. That way you can pick the kids. And I mean, there's definitely kids that got here that got invited. There's definitely kids that didn't. But, I think if it's an invite-only league, they ask you to come, and, they're setting up schools like, oh, if he's at VCU, we want these kids from ODU, and stuff like that. And, if we want, I think branching away from the South, and maybe that's something they don't want to do. Maybe they like having all the Southern kids come down here, and then occasional kids like me and East Coast, West Coast kind of kids. But, I think they're doing a fine job. You got kids drafted out of here. You got kids on Division One. I mean, if they want to become bigger, I just say invite more people. It's kind of hard to turn down when you see beach in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Like Virginia Beach. It's just what? I mean, yeah. But I mean, what has this league been going since? 1946. So the fact that it's still running, that's highly impressive. It's striving. I like it.
Definitely a wonderful league. Well, I think that was my last question, Parker, so thank you. Appreciate it, man.
Yes, sir. I got you. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah.